This is the Breakfast Leadership Podcast. Boundaries or burnout, you make the choice. Here's your host, Michael Levitt.
When we have stress in our lives, not only is it impacting our thoughts, it's impacting our body. Our muscles tense up. You may carry stress in your neck or your shoulders or in your feet or maybe in your head or maybe everywhere. I am a big fan of massage therapy. It is something that I've used in my life, and it made a huge difference as far as flexibility and also the pressure that I face. Of course, in my role and the things that I do, I tend to be on a computer quite a bit, and our bodies were not designed to be on computers or smartphones or anything like that. So it's something that periodically I do get addressed and ease up. And I will say that I have a lot more flexibility in my shoulders and my neck than I did even a year ago, because again, I make it a point to take care of my body. It's self-care. And with stress, that's one thing that tends to flush out when I talk with people is they're not spending enough time taking care of themselves and nurturing themselves, spoiling themselves. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy an Aston Martin or a Benzie or anything like that. Unless you want to and you have the financial capability to do it, then by all means, go crazy. I'm not going to tell you what to buy and what not to buy. That's not part of what I do. But it is part of me to say, are you taking care of yourself? Are you spoiling yourself? Are you treating yourself? Are you taking a day off every once in a while in the middle of the week, not a weekend, but in the middle of the week, taking a day off and just making that day a day about you? Go to your favorite restaurant in the morning, order your favorite breakfast food or your favorite lunch or your favorite dinner. If there's a favorite beverage or coffee drink or something like that, go do it. Schedule it on this day. Pick a day. And that's what I do right now is open up your calendar. Unless you're driving, then please don't do this. Do it when you get to the office or someplace where you can have access to your calendar. But pick out a day, hopefully in the next week. But if your schedules are wonky, then okay, within the next month, pick a day to take off if you can, if at all possible. Take a day off and schedule that day for doing things that you really enjoy. If it's a spa day, go to the spa. If it's meeting somebody you really like for coffee, do that. If it's going to the movies and eating crazy bags of popcorn, do that. Whatever you really enjoy doing, do it on this day, but load up that day with things you love to do. Really pamper yourself. And then the next day, make sure that you don't load up your day with things to catch up because you took that day off. Ease into that day because you want the feeling of being really taken care of to resonate within you. And when you do that, and you do that periodically, all of a sudden you start developing a habit of treating yourself from time to time. Going through life and not enjoying the things that you enjoy is shortchanging yourself, and it leads to stress, and it'll lead to burnout. So take care of yourself. Do some things that are fun. And as long as it's not hurtful to yourself or to other people, do it. Take advantage of it. Put it on that calendar right now and book something and enjoy your day. Till next time, be well.
Hey, it's Michael again. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. If you're like many people, you're dealing with some significant stress and possibly approaching burnout. I know how you feel. In 2009, my burnout led to a year of worst-case scenarios. I do not want that to happen to you. If you go to breakfastleadership.com, you can register for a free webinar on burnout prevention, as well as get a free checklist to have successful mornings. Start off each day the right way. Again, that's at breakfastleadership.com. Also, since you are a loyal podcast listener, I'm asking you to like, rate, and review my podcast on iTunes. I look at all the reviews and appreciate your comments, and it helps other potential listeners discover the content I have on the show. I appreciate you, and thanks again for listening.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.